You did it.
I won a versus.
This was your first versus win, right?
This is my first versus.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good
Even
stuff.
that time, there was only 13 people, and it was just me and Dath. I still couldn't win.
That's because Dath was here.
Exactly.
But you beat Morpheus.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yes.
And Dynax.
Yeah.
So tell me about that Dynax set. What do you... Whoa. You're making the camera go crazy, bro.
It's because I'm black.
Yeah.
Anyways. They're trying to figure out what shadow.
So... It's like adjusting the lighting, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's for, like, bright lights, no, like, dark, like, no, it's bright. Too bright, not bright. Anyways. Oh, man, I'm white. Anyways, so tell me about your set with Dynax.
So I originally had in my matchup chart to go Almar in that matchup.
You're going to change that in your chart, huh?
I might. What it was that he was doing a good job with the blizzards. It was stopping my Pikmin.
Yeah,
and
that was huge. That was kind of how it was in Brawl as well.
Yeah, so purple's good to get rid of it, but the thing is you have to aim over the blizzard and hit. But it's kind of difficult if you're in a weird
Blizzard's
spot.
surprisingly tall. The like vertical hitbox is above Ice Climber's head.
So after I lost both games with Olimar, I said, you know what? Just go Villager. Like, you don't really know this matchup too well, but it's better than what's going on right now. Like, you got to at least try it. And so my main thought was if I can just separate Nana and Popo, kill Nana, because Villager edge guards so well.
Right.
So if I can just get them off stage, then I can harass them way more than Olimar can. It's not about necessarily how much I win in neutral. It's how much I win when they're off stage. And so that's what my game plan was get them off stage. Get them off stage. And Lloyd is the best way to do that because you saw how many times it disrupted their blizzards and stuff like that.
Sometimes it would lose to blizzard sometimes?
Sometimes. It depends on how close it is. So
Okay,
if it's a blizzard's here, Lloyd's away from it, it runs into blizzard, explodes.
And then it loses.
But if it's spawned right as they're like doing their blizzard right close, the explosion hitbox hits them.
It looked like one of the hardest parts of that match for you when you were Villager was just when you were on the ledge, just finding your way back on stage.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed you were doing a lot, or you in one game, you would do Lloyd Rocket and then ride the Lloyd Rocket onto the stage, and it was like working every time. And then you like stopped doing that.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep doing it. Like Villager's one of those characters that you literally have to mix up your game the whole way through. Like, you can't just keep doing the same thing because it was working those times, but I'm pretty sure that if I had tried it any other times, Dynax would start figuring out.
Start hitting you for it? Cool.
Yeah, he would start.
And I noticed you started after that third game. You definitely brought that game back. I thought in game 3 I was like, oh, Dynax Grand Finals, cool.
Yeah.
But you brought that back. And then game 4 you started adjusting much more heavily to he just kind of like leans very heavily on his side B, especially in disadvantage. Like you hit him once, he's going to side B right at you. So you started just kind of backing up and whip punishing that a lot more. So that was a really good adaptation as well.
At the very end, when I saw he side B'd, I got the bowling ball ready, and I literally just prayed that I positioned myself correctly for it. I was like, this is my only chance.
Yeah, we got to bring that back. That was such a game 5. That was such an intense game. That was such a good comeback too. That was crazy.
I was trying really hard. I really just didn't want to lose, even after
you popped off.
Yeah,
you won. You popped off
because I had to reverse 3-0.
Yeah, no, that was a like deserved pop off. I'm not like.
And I was down a stock on game 5. Yeah. I'm like, what do I do? I was like, just win, just keep going. Like
Dynax is so sick though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, good stuff on that. That was like good, like keeping your composure and like still thinking and like not.
I hadn't given up on that set.
That was good.
I
Good.
was trying to keep.
If had Dynax made it back to you in Grands, would you have gone Villager or
probably
Olimar?
Villager? Yeah. That was pretty much whoever made it to me, I was going to be either Villager or Olimar.
Makes sense. Also, Morpheus, you played him in semis and in Grands.
Yeah.
And you guys were 2-2 last season, I believe.
I think so.
If my calculations are correct.
Yeah.
So those sets were like super back and forth. You definitely seem to have a slightly more commanding lead in Grand Finals.
Yeah, I think at that point Morph was a little bit tilted because he was kind of misinputting some stuff, and I heard him like groan at one point because he was.
He was smiling a lot when he was playing you. He was like getting like mad against Dynax.
Yeah.
Like he would beat Dynax and be like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you mad about? You won that game.
Yeah, Chaco was upset too. He was like, what the heck? But
against you, like anything would happen, he would just like laugh about it.
Well, because like overall, me and Morph, we still play the game like the same. Like we still have our reason that we play the game is because we like the game, not because we're trying to sit there and be like better than everybody.
I mean, you can do both.
Well, yeah. I mean, the ultimate goal is to get better to win.
Best, dude.
But I think Morph and I we don't take the game that seriously in the fact that we feel like we have to win. It's more that we're trying to play our best, and whatever happens, happens.
It's a good mentality for sure.
Yeah.
So then before that, in quarters, the last one I'll ask you about, you had Choco Taco.
Yeah.
And how'd you guys actually? I don't remember how you guys did last season.
Last season, I think it was pretty even.
It was 2-3 in Choco's favor.
Yeah, it was the very end.
But you kind of bodied him today.
Yeah, Chaco was
went
a
wolf.
bit rough. Well, he always goes wolf.
Yeah.
He was
Makes
a bit
sense.
rusty. Like some of his, he misinputted a few things, and he just wasn't feeling it. So I kind of just took advantage of that, really.
Yeah, I mean, we're out here. We're trying to win.
Like, I spot dodged like a few of his punishes. He was like, "You just spot dodge." I was like, "You hate to see it happen."
You hate to see it happen like this. You hate to see it. Oh my god, that's so funny.
But yeah, and then game 2, I think he was just so tilted by just how he was playing that it just kind of fell apart. So that's kind of how that set went, basically.
Gotcha. Well, congratulations on winning your first versus.
Thank you very much.
Very proud of you.
I'm very
happy. And yeah, we're gonna find someone to host, guys. Make sure you're following PikPocket on Twitter because he's sick, nasty, and whatnot. And he is officially a VSGC champion.
Hey,
he has joined the ranks.
That was one of my goals for this year.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. What's your next one?
Get top 32 at a national.
It can happen.
Something crazy.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do
Why
it.
not?
Do it like now.
Okay.
Go to a national right now.
All right.
Leave this
Guys,
building.
off
and go
the
to a
rails.
national. He's going to a national. We'll see you guys later. Peace.